Right, this is just a quick walk around video, and this is for a Lexus IS 200, and it's the advanced model, one of the later cars. Registered, as you can see here, on a 61 plate, finished in black with a lovely kind of ivory leather interior. Car's done 107,000 miles and is in absolutely fantastic condition. It really is. Certainly doesn't look like some of the miles it's done. All the lenses completely intact, lights, front bumper is incredibly clean with hardly a mark of any note on it anywhere. Bumper corners really good. The bonnet itself, again, extremely good, with only the odd stone chip to give any clue to the fact that it's done the miles the car's actually done. It really is a very clean car, this one. We come down the near side of the car first. Absolutely mirror smooth in the panel work there, and it's lovely original paintwork on the car. You can't see any signs of obvious paintwork that's been done on this vehicle at all. Front wing all but unmarked. Front alloy really clean, no marks on there. Tyre, tons and tons of tread on it as well. And then panel work down this near side, really clean and crisp. You know, I will counter that by saying you've obviously got to take into account the car has done 100,000 miles, and there will be odd mark I've actually missed, so we encourage and implore people to come and see them. Near side rear alloy, again, very clean. And to come around the back of the car now, bumper corners again, all really nice. And then offside of the vehicle, offside rear alloy, again really nice and tidy. And panel work down this side, again, you know, hard to say, really genuinely hard to believe it's on the miles it's done looking at the exterior of the car. Only alloy with any marks. This offside front's got a tiny bit of curving around the outside edge, just where it's been caught slightly. You can see there, it is there, and I like to pick up on them. But essentially you're looking at a 107,000 mile car that certainly doesn't look like it's done anything like that kind of mileage. Come into the boot area, nice big boots on these Lexus. Little ski hatch back there. Obviously you can see you've got the little sort of tool pouches still there and in the car, but all in very nice order. Coming to the back now, offside rear door card looks absolutely as new. It's in fantastic order throughout, as I said, this car. And the leather work, it's really lovely, in fantastic order back there. Coming to the front of the car now, driver's door card, as with the rest, absolutely beautiful. All switch gear, it's kept really nicely. Footwell area is really nice. That rubber mat's just to stop me getting mud on the carpets underneath there. Driver's seat's the only one that shows any obvious sign of wear. I mean, it's obviously going to at this mileage, but it's nothing of any consequence at all. There's no wear actually on the leatherwork. It's just looks slightly more used than the other ones, and it's only slightly. And then it's come across the passenger one there. It's absolutely beautiful. So sat inside the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through the video. Passenger door card there, you can see again, just looks absolutely as new. The dashboard, you know, it's in absolutely fantastic condition, it really is. You can see there, sat nav's working absolutely perfectly, and if I pop the car into reverse just very quickly to show you, got this lovely high definition gridded rear camera there for you as well, but all working absolutely perfectly. But you know, all the little cubbyhole, all the little inserts have been kept really nicely. Heated seats working exactly as they should as well. Just sort of pull them across to the left there. You see the light illuminates, but they work really effectively. Then coming across to the steering wheel of the car, just looks and feels pretty much as new in hand. All the leather work on it's been kept really nicely. Just into the dashboard there, you can see 107,523 miles. And there's no warning lights on this vehicle at all. Just to quickly show you, original owner's manual pack is here. That covers both the car and the navigation system of the car, and obviously the lock and wheel nut keys are there and present with the vehicle. So finally, just to come under the engine bay here, absolutely beautifully presented engine bay by Lexus. Fabulous engines, very, very quiet indeed. Actually sound a bit noisier on video than they do when you're physically stood here. Freshly serviced. I'll give more of my thoughts on the vehicle in the following road test video of this car. Right then, this is a road test video for a Lexus, and it's an IS200 and it's the advanced model. This particular car is registered HV61NCN. Mileage at the start of this road test is 107,517 miles. The reason we do the road test is very simple indeed. We want customers to see the cars we're looking to sell you in operation prior to you come to see us. That way, if there are any issues with the vehicle, we can and we always do let you know about them. You know, it can be very frustrating, we know that, if you go and see a car and there's an obvious and fundamental issue with the vehicle which you clearly should have been told about. It's just a waste of your time, and we know that. That's exactly why we do it. Road test is also done on exactly the same road test route as any prospective buyer would go on, so hopefully it will be representative of what you'll feel yourself if you're interested in buying the car and subsequently offered a test drive. Firstly, an apology. I know some people get quite irritated by this particular camera angle. Until I can find a better way of mounting the cameras on cars without sunroofs, then it's the best I can do, and I'm just trying to put a video out there to show people with the car in operation, but I know it irks some people, and I said I do apologise. So brief background to this particular car. This car came in on part exchange very, very recently, and the couple bought a newer Lexus from us, and clearly they know the brand, and they wanted another one. It's been very well looked after, and it's in fantastic condition, but I'll go through the mechanical bits kind of one by one for you. Engine very recently serviced, starts absolutely instantly, very smooth at idle, very, very, very quiet in operation as well. I've had a couple of ISs and previous 220 versions, and this is even quieter still, certainly to my ear. But it pulls really, really sweetly through the rev range. We've got plenty of oomph and poke to it, and obviously it delivers quite amazing fuel economy figures as well. But it's a lovely example. You'd never ever believe it done the mileage in terms of certainly the mechanical hardware or any other part of the car really. But looking at the binnacle, instrument binnacle in front here now, temperature gauge is running at just under half, which is exactly where it wants to be on a Lexus. And the car's been running for quite some time now. Also worth pointing out, there's absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car is very smooth in operation. Bite point is exactly where it should be, and it bites beautifully even under hard acceleration. It really does bite, absolutely as it should. There's no vibrations when the clutch is down or out. Doesn't change the engine note at all either. Engine then feeds through into 6-speed manual gearbox. All the gears engage absolutely beautifully. Very good quality synchro mesh on the car. It's a short, sweet shift into each gear change, and they're tough as old boots. They're very, very tough gearboxes. But in reality, I can't really differentiate between this and a much, much, much newer one. So the gear change is just so slick and easy to use. So in terms of powertrain, absolutely and utterly faultless. Cannot fault it in any way, and that's not giving it any license because it's done the miles. That's basing it on ones with 10,000 miles on the clock. It feels as sweet as any. Steering on the car is lovely and precise, very, very well weighted, nicely tuned to the chassis as well, so they kind of complement each other really, really well. Track's absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back through the steering wheel at all. at this or any other speed that I've gone at either. But it's very fluid in actuation. It gets the car moving as soon as you turn on the steering wheel. It's it's wanting to go straight away, but it's not over sharp, which I detest on cars because they can make them very nervous at speed. But they've judged this one beautifully well. Likewise, the suspension of the vehicle, as with the steering, cannot detect any wear in it. There's no sort of clonking or knocking noises from underneath, which sometimes you get with cars with a few miles on. Normally innocent things, little sort of rubber bushes and drop links, that kind of stuff, which are designed to wear out. But it's silent, absolutely, and it rides astonishingly well. It's incredibly comfortable, but doesn't mean it flounders in the corner either. It's got a genuine agility to it. And I think it's got the best compromise in its class, and I really do. I'm probably getting on in years, so I value comfort very highly indeed, but I really don't want some flaccid, roly-poly chassis. Through corners like this one, going in probably a little bit quicker than I should, just turns in, holds its line, very well damped, and very good body control. But point of the video is to pick up any mechanical issues. Can't find anything there at all. Brakes in the car, lovely solid brake pedal. No pulsing coming back through the brake pedal, no vibrations at all either, and it's pulling the car down straight and true. It doesn't pull left or right. It's also incredibly quiet in here, which again, things like windscreen seals, door seals, again, all must be in good order because there's no wind hiss coming into the car. Looking around inside the car, if you've seen the walk around video, you'll know, it's in beautiful condition. What a static video can't get over to you, and I'll struggle to verbally. It's just how solid this car feels. It feels rock solid, not a buzz or squeak from the trim of the car. It just has a really, really tough feel to it, and it's just the colour combinations work beautifully, especially on sort of late autumn, winter days like we are now, where sometimes it's a bit dull outside. Black interiors are very nice, but they can be a bit cold and stark. And this one is a really nice place to sit, it really is, and it works beautifully. And this is the later style dashboard, so you get this new style buttons around the sat-nav system. The sat-nav working absolutely perfectly, crystal clear. All the buttons, everything's working exactly as it should. Heated seats, air conditioning, all functioning absolutely perfectly. Steering wheel looks and feels like brand new in my hand even now, and obviously because you've got the kind of the multimedia stuff, you've got the hands-free functions on here as well. But every little switch that you go to press and touch, again, just feels like a much, much, much younger, fresher car. Dashboard, really classy, nicely done. Basic information rather, but it just gives you all you need, and in a very stylish way. But like I said, all working absolutely beautifully. As I said at the start of the video, clearly the point of the video is to pick up on any issues on the car, and I've done it on many of my previous videos where it merited a mention. The car's just gone through the workshops, it was given a clean bill of health, and driving the car now, it's I simply cannot fault it. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely car, regardless of mileage. However, if I have missed anything out in the video, don't hesitate, please do give us a call.